Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a Firesworn Friday, or at least it's about to be. I'm recording this on Twitch the day before, so many thanks to those of you who have joined. It's been big news, lots going on this week. For me personally, I just made Gwent partner program, but also made Twitch affiliate, so lots of things are happening. We're making good times. I do want to walk you through this deck. Needs one more change that I keep forgetting to make. We're going to rock Tiger's Eye here. Lots of coins with some really interesting spenders. Right now we have Collusion in here just because I want to see it play with Sigi. If we don't like how this plays though, I am really thinking about putting in Jacques in here and we can just downgrade another crime. But basically we're going to be using a bunch of crimes with Whoreson and his cut up lackeys. We'll be using lots of cards, but I really like Furco to be turned into one of those lackeys and then one of Ozar's scarabs. But we'll just have to see how the matchups go. Payday is this new is the newly reworked card. This is a cut up card, damage an enemy unit by 5, then gain a coin for each point in excess damage. So it's a good way to get some coins and to do some damage. Really flexible card. We've got Bare Knuckle Brawler slotted in here in order to pull with Novigradian Justice, so it is kind of like the one brick in our deck. But we've also got Caesar Biltzen as the reworked character, triggering profits of adjacent units and then boosting an allied unit by 2. We have all of the different factions, both to benefit Sigi, who has a base profit of 4 and then increases for each unique gang in your deck. There are only 5 gangs, so the max he can get to is 9 profit. We have him all the way there. We're carrying Flying Redanian to make good use out of that. And then we also have Collusion here. If you haven't seen any of my videos on Collusion, don't worry, we'll walk you through how it works here. But basically, you get lots of stuff. The one thing that we might have accidentally clipped out of our deck. I think we need one Firesworn character. So pardon me for half a second while I add back in a Firesworn character here. We can actually just sub in a crime for it. You don't actually have to have a unit, but I would like to get one unit in here just to make sure we have the most flexibility. Actually, let's go for Disciple, since he has a passive ability that we can spend coins on. We could use a few more spenders in this deck. We're running Casino Bouncers and Sewer Raiders for consistency. I really like how they play for tempo as well. And then Azar Javed, Whoreson, and then Whoreson's Freak Show pairs really well with bounty cards and with the leader ability. And we'll show you exactly how this bounty works. Just reviewing stream here, and if you guys are new to my channel, you might not have heard of Slav Squirrel, or also known on my other on Discord as Duke Shivero, but he loves Nilfgaard and has been having one heck of a time trying to get them to work. Nilfgaard has been very clunky. I'm really very depressed at their quote unquote buffs that they received. I put back the wrong card because I was all worried about that, but we are where we are. So I like Furco to transform. Instead, we'll go ahead and grab Novigradian Justice with Oneiromancy. We have 2 Eavesdrops, which are actually quite nice. I think we'll actually just put back this Assault. And then this way, what you can do, you can go ahead and pop Tiger's Eye. And then you can play Eavesdrop. That gets you to 9 coins. And then you just have to pick one card to put back into your deck. Because I kind of like what I have and I don't really want to play all my crimes this round, we're going to go ahead and put this Eavesdrop back in. But that gets us to 9 coins, and we can get out the Flying Redanian. The only issue now is we need a spender. I like Bloody Good Friends. I find that they're pretty good spenders. But before we get out Bloody Good Friends, let's focus on what crime we want to get out. Novigradian Justice is, I think, the card we really want to play with Oneiromancy here, which gets out Bare Knuckle Brawler. But we can use Bloody Good Friends, but we'll go ahead and wait. Don't need to yet. Ooh, you've done it now. Yeah, but I think if you're somebody who really is concerned about the competitive nature of Gwent, just play Skellige. I don't know what else to tell you. I just think they're just so much more valuable. So I really love Caesar Bilson with Sigi Reuven, but he works well with any other card who gives you profit. You just want to make sure you're getting that profit from those cards and that you've spent first, since he is so much value. And then Horseland's Freak Show has a profit of 2. And we'll walk you a little through how you can use them. Here I like Bloody Good Friends as soon as the unit gets boosted. And we'll just spread around some bleeds, because why not? I don't mind this removal here. Okay, this will get us to 9 coins. So what you do is you set up the bounty. And then you can kill the card and get its base value back in coins. So this is going to get boosted up, but we're going to get its base value back at the end of this turn. Luckily, they've set it up just right for us. We don't mind this at all. So we get up to 9 coins. We kill it. We get our coins back. And then we can go ahead and kill off this Tridem infantry, I think. Then you can also use leader ability with the bounty. It works quite well. But it's just a great way to just kind of keep feeding coins back into Freak Show, so you can keep doing damage against the opponent, removing their units, just causing them all kinds of problems. Seeing siege support come down, I'm kind of wondering what our opponent's goal was there. I think here we kind of just have to decide what crime we want. Collusion plays really well when we get lots of different cards down. Right now we just have cut-ups and crown splitters. It would be nice to get some other type of card out, like a blind eye, so that's what we're going to target here. This gets us up to 6 coins. And I actually think removing this siege support is going to be best value for us, just so we don't have to worry about a Selkirk or an Onsace coming down for free. I think decks like the one I'm playing right now can be really good purely because your opponent has no idea what you're doing. But they aren't incredible. Here we kind of have to decide when to use blood money. I find Reynard is a pretty good target for that. We're going to get 1 coin back. But alternatively, we know that if we play Collusion, we are going to go ahead and boost the lowest allied unit by 5, damage an enemy unit by 5. We don't have any Firesworn units out, so we kind of miss out on that one. And we don't have any Tide Cloaks. So I'm at a bit of a crux here of what exactly it is I want to do. But we've used our Blind Eye, so I think it's still probably a valuable card to get out. And then we just have to clean up Reynard. I think we should be in a pretty safe spot now. We've kind of balanced out a lot of our cards. Street Urchins were the recipient of the boost. It could have gone to Furco or to Flying Redanian. I do like that it damages the highest and boosts the lowest. I find that works really flexibly. Here we saw a total of 10 points of value. Again, it would have been nice to get one more gang out here, like Tide Cloaks. I think especially like Sewer Raiders would have been really nice to see out here. But the problem with running all the different gangs is you only have so many options. I think if you're running a big crime deck like we are, it can cause some friction. I think we're going to go ahead and take the pass here. Retriggering the profitability on Freak Show isn't really all that valuable. We could alternatively use leader ability on Temerian Drummer, but I think I like our position here. Yeah, I think, so chat on Twitch always gives me new ideas for decks. I think Bincy Blummervolt could work in this deck. She is a Tide Cloak, and so Collusion actually feeds her pretty well. I'm just kind of deciding here if we want this to be a crime deck or if we want this to be a unit deck. And right now we're just showcasing how you can use this with crimes. I think if you were just going for units, we might be able to get a few different things in here. So we're just going to have to see how that goes. Right now I'm pretty happy with where we are. We do need some money in order to trigger the Ford Horde on Sewer Raiders though. But I think we're going to just use Casino Bouncers, and we can use Horson on them if we need to, or Azar for coins. So we're just finished drawing here. Sigi is great for the carryover. He actually has a profit of 10. Not 100% sure how that works. I guess Salamandra is also an additional gang category. But here we'll just use Casino Bouncers since our opponent took the pass. And we got to, I anticipated that they might want to go for the win. They probably had the better cards. But we wanted to just draw them down as many cards as we could since it is Northern Realms and they like to run away with engines. We don't need this Eternal Fire Disciple, and we certainly don't need Sewer Raiders. Sigi is the card we're looking for. We just now have to think about who is our spender, and I think that is Caesar Billson. We could use one more spender though. And I think Fire Disciple is going to be that spender. So we'll go ahead here. I think we'll drop down Sigi. We missed some of the coin value on Eternal Fire Disciple, but we can decide here if we want to try to take one of these other cards. I think Bloody Good Fun is another card we could have perhaps included. It's a lot of boost going into the character. I think the goal here is to put it out of reach of Philippa. And that's fine. Azar, if we take his profit, we're going to lose some money. So I think here actually the profit we care least about is Eternal Fire Disciple, and the other reason we're going to use him yeah, we'll go Fire Disciple to range throw. The other reason we're going to use Eternal Fire Disciple is so that we can convert these zealots into cut up lackeys. Go ahead and spend that here, and then we'll use Azar. And both of his scarabs. And then we'll transform these two zealots into Horsons. Cut-ups. We're only going to get off 2 crimes here. So nothing legendary, but we really just need to knock off this shield. I ought to teach you some respect. Payday is gonna kind of be the worst of the options. But we do need some kind of damage ping on this Donamir. Alright, here I think we're gonna go ahead and so many tough choices. Let's go ahead here and use let's just go ahead and use this Payday. Now we do need to get back up to a horde of 4 in order to trigger these sewer raiders. Our opponent wisely choosing to use that other shield there. Alright, we do need to use this Sigi before it's too late. And let's just pump him up really big. We need the 4 coins, though, for sewer raiders. So this is a little bit clunky, and I'm sorry for kind of stalling out there trying to think about how to best use this deck. It is newer. Trying to get around defenders is still problematic. So I think we're going to go with an all units route for the next iteration of this deck. I do like to test these out and show you guys a couple of different ways you can use them. I think the horse on play is fine, but it's not amazing. But this way we do get out these sewer raiders. We can go ahead and just boost up some other units back here on the range row. Nothing to worry about there. Nautilus comes in to give us a few more coins, though I think we might see Boiling Oil come down onto Caesar. Although it could hit the wise choice there might have actually been the Scarab. But here we'll show you guys a little bit about how Payday can work. Very similar to Slander. I guess Slander might have been technically more coins, but we can only spend so many of them. They're doing some damage, but not nearly enough to upset the apple cart of Northern Realms. Them kind of just running away with this. But we showcased a bit about how all these cards could work and how you could use crimes. I think I'm going to go back and make a copy of this deck, and I'll put both copies up there. We'll make a couple of changes and go into one more game. But I think the need to, there's no need to include Salamandra here. I think I'd actually rather see some other cards. So I think what we can do here is go ahead and take out some of these crimes. I think we'll put Whoreson on the shelf. Flying Ordaining is great, but it is rather expensive, and we don't have any other synergy working along with it. I don't think we're going to need Ozar in the next iteration of this. We're instead going to kind of just go for better synergy. We'll keep one. Eavesdrop. The Slander is fine, but probably only need one of those. Assault we don't need. I think instead here we're going to go for Blind Eyes, and we're going to pick up a couple of friends. But first off, Alberta's Kalkstein and then Payroll Specialist is both an Intimidate engine, and for a tribute of 2, you can move units off of their row. which would have made a big difference for us. Now you could add in something like Tin Boy. I find Tin Boy to be really expensive. So I think instead here, we're going to be looking for just a few more units to add. Bentley Blummervolt was suggested, so I think we'll add her in. She works really well with collusion. So we've got a couple of blind eyes. We've got a few tide cloaks now. I think I would like one more street urchin. They did give us some good flexibility and we're a nice spender. Bare Knuckle Brawler is fine, but I think I'd rather go for a different dwarf. Let's opt for Crown Splitter Thug, just for that 2 damage could be useful. I wish Sausage Maker was cheaper. Unfortunately, he's just so expensive and hard to use. This fee of 5 is just a little too expensive. I will note, though, that because it's a fee, you can proc it again, and that can be actually kind of helpful, but not significantly move the needle. Here we go. We've got a bunch of cards here. So now, well, I always look to see how many provisions I have left, and I have 3 cards over 16, so basically just rounding out to 2 5s and a 6. But we can look into a 7 and go for 4s instead. We could go for a 7 or an 8. I don't think the Ewald is all that helpful now. Kurt could be helpful for the Lock and the Purify, but Witch Hunters would add another category to the deck, but not really. They don't really have that much synergy right now. Saul is a nice Horde character that we could use. I'm just looking for my last piece of inspiration. I know I had something in mind. This will actually work quite well. And we will take out one of these street urchins. That's exactly what I was looking for. We'll take this in. Now we got some more engine power. We have some more ways to tech, to purify, to move some things around. We'll show you how this one works with some units. And in my great stupidity, I don't know if I actually copied that deck. Did I copy the deck or did I just change the deck as it was? Either way, you can go through the video and check out the cards we had in there originally. I think this unit deck will perform a little bit better, though. So I do love Casino Bouncers that you can use Insanity. It's quite nice. Slander works really well with the leader ability. And we do want to get out that Crown Splitter. That's it. One good thing with Eavesdrop is it allows you to put some cards back that you might not have wanted. I think here we're going to cycle through Slander. I don't intend to use that quite yet. Let's go ahead and put back Street Urchins for now. This is a very weird play. I'm not sure why my opponent would opt to play that first. I guess they figured that I wouldn't need to move anything. I don't know. That's a very odd play. Alright, let's go ahead and use Novigradian Justice. Try to get all of our thinning out as much as we can. Because it's not hidden cash, we do need to generate coins in order to use our Sewer Raiders. I think our opponent doesn't really know what they're doing. That was a very poor play. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they're messing with our minds somehow, and we'll find out. Let's go ahead here. Use Casino Bouncers. Can generate 2 coins with Payday. Playing out Aileron. I guess they just anticipated that this was a lost game with Aileron being stuck in hand. But I think we're going to use Eavesdrop here. That way we can use Sewer Raiders. Then I think we can go ahead and put back payday. We'll end the turn here. We aren't using Flying Redanian. I think part of the reason I also don't like Flying Redanian is you have to kind of get your coins exactly to 9 and hold them at 9. Opponent opting to just lose a card there. If they continue to play awkward, we'll just go ahead and queue into another game. Not 100% sure what they're thinking. Waiting to see if they have some kind of magic, but I kind of doubt it. Go ahead and take the pass here. Very strange. They had a decent hand, but I'm not 100% sure what they're trying to do here. I think they're just trying to play through for a contract or something. I don't know. Sometimes you queue into weird things. Just keep this and log it away for the memory book, I guess. Here now, I'd still like to get this Fallen Knight going. I think he works well with Congregation, especially. Got both of them. We'll go ahead and set him up. Obviously, I prefer to play them with Ulrich, but we are where we are. Couldn't really squeeze Ulrich into this deck. We still have a lot of potency going on here, so I think we'll just go ahead and take the pass. I think our opponent's pretty much just forfeiting here. Seeing a couple of traps come down. I'm guessing one's a crushing trap. So they do take the win here. So I guess they didn't want to just straight up give up, but I'm still very confused. Very confused as to what the opponent's goal is here. We'll go ahead and keep Freak Show. I think I'd really like to see... we'll keep Street Urchins and get rid of Adalbertus. This is great. This is awesome. We'll use this for collusion. Payroll Specialist is also Blind Eye. We don't really need a duplicate. And we'll keep Slander. Slander's actually quite nice here. I think that pretty much does it for us. Although we got cut-ups and a Crown Splitter, so I'll put them back. Alright, perfect. We did get some really pretty good consistency with this deck now. But I have no idea what my opponent's thinking. Playing the Swordmaster ranged? No idea. I feel like somebody's child took their phone and is playing with their account. I can't describe it any other way. Alright, our opponent takes the pass. We'll just use Slander here, show you guys a little bit how this works. We're going to get 4 coins from leader plus 4 coins from the bounty. So we spill over past the 9 coins. Obviously would have worked better another way. We'll get into another game. Not really sure what went on there, but at least we got to describe a little bit about how this unit deck was different. I did forget to copy the deck, but we'll still call it Sigi's Crimes. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That felt to me like somebody had built like a seasonal deck and realized it wasn't seasonal and got weird. I did notice this. Devil Driven had this pulled out with the Season of the Cat avatar with the rats all around. That had previously been for cheese, but this is fantastic. Alright, we got a Sewer Raider. We don't need two. We don't want this guy. Yeah, it's a brick. So I think we will be looking for Novigradian Justice at some point. Not sure if that's going to be quite yet, though. I think just because it does represent value, it is a decent idea to get them wiped off. Plus it gives us 1 coin for our casino bouncers. So we'll go ahead and use payday here and get them gone. Playing against Northern Realms Shieldwall is always an experience. Deck took a little bit of a hit with Amphibious Assault getting a little bit more expensive and losing 1 provision, but I don't think it's enough to really bring it back to parity. See if our opponent opts to use Crystal Skull here. They do, and that's just fine. We do have Adalbertus as a target for later, so we'll just get out our street urchins. We'll leave them here. Then we have our 4, so we can get out sewer raiders first, and then we'll do casino bouncers. That ought to give us a decent amount of tempo, and we'll see where we are in terms of the game at that point. Really like this play. Drummer coming down for a lot of points. Getting some good flexibility. One other play we could make here is just go for a collusion. We will be getting a bunch of different units out.
Longships are overrated.
We've got Crown Splitters, we've got Blind Eyes, we've got Tide Cloaks, Cut-Ups with Casino Bouncers, and I think Firesworn will really be the only one we're missing at that point. I don't mind this. I'll let this go. If he wants to clutter his own row, he can go for it. Yeah, I think here, let's go for casino bouncers first. This is a decent engine, but again, just cluttering their row. Sometimes I think about what could we do with removal, but I think we're fine here. I'm not really going to be too concerned about it. We'll go for melee, just in case we decide to get out Bincy here. But now that we have a Fallen Knight, we can actually use this Congregation. But I think first we'll target Collusion. That's going to boost up either Furco or Street Urchins. Here we'll just turn it up to Furco. I want to end with 2 coins, that way we would carry over 1, just maximizing our value there. Fallen Knight getting removed is a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I think here we'll use Bincy and remove the Tridum, just to get her boosted up to 6. Our opponent does continue to get boosted, but they are on blue coins, so they have to prove to us why they're so valuable. Selkirk coming down. Previously, I think Collusion still makes sense here. We're just missing Firesworn. That's the only kind of unfortunate miss here. We could instead go for Novigradian Justice and knock off the shield on Selkirk. But I'm kind of fine with where things stand. Let's go ahead and go for collusion here. And I think we can go ahead and spend enough coins just to keep us in the race. Just try to get out as many cards as we can from our opponent. Carrot Cutthroat is an interesting substitution. Bincy dying obviously hurts. Not so much the end of the world. If we can get out Adalbertus here, now that we've used our other ability, that's probably fine. So we'll get out Adalbertus here. Oh no, we need to save him in case we have to go up against the defender. So we'll go ahead and take the pass. Chat right now telling me we may have overcommitted, and that is possible, but we have to make them think, at least at a minimum, that we can hang in it. It's pretty difficult. Leader ability now used. It's just so hard to put up with Northern Realms right now. Eavesdrop is good, but I kind of like what we have now. Now I need Eavesdrop to get rid of this Crown Splitter thug. It's a hard knock life against Northern Realms. I guess we'll just go Congregation here. Yeah, I just think we're gonna struggle here. Okay, this goes back for sure. That's nice to see. I think our grab is probably going to be Fallen Knight or Payroll Specialist, just depending on what our opponent opts to do. Here I think Sigi probably makes the most sense. We will be going over by 1 coin. Huh. I mean, Fallen Knight's gonna die to Ansei, so yeah, let's just go ahead and get Sigi out. We'll obviously have some problems with coins generally this game. That's kind of how it is against shields, though. Just coming down for another boiling oil. Oh, Amphibious Assault was put back on top of the deck. I don't really understand how you can get a doomed card back into your deck, but who am I? I'm just a man. Okay, we're gonna put Adalbertus next to Sigi. Then probably Freak Show. Guessing it's gonna be a Corvo with a shield. Royal Guards is honestly even better because now we can get out Freak Show. We can kill it. I think we can play down 2 damage and then use Caesar to get it back. Can also use Novigradian Justice for damage ping as well. Lots of clunky weirdness here. I think we're going to see this Carrick Marine held again. Again, we can't really let that go, so I think we'll use Payday on him. Take the 2 extra coins. Clearly this deck was built to support Visigodo and doesn't know what to do when there's a Purify. We might see double shield go down onto Visigodo. That wouldn't surprise me if I'm being perfectly honest. If we ping it off, we should be able to kill him in 3 hits. Pretty good value there. Now we can actually call out Slander to get us back some more coins against a 4-point unit if we want. Or we can just go ahead and use Caesar Builtson to get a whole bunch of money back. We might just be in luck this game, friends.
The pike's king of the Pontar. The pike, damn it.
Let's just set that there. Then we can kill it next round. Good riddance to Visigoda, says chat. Couldn't agree more. We got a shield and an armor. Unfortunately, it hits where we don't want it to hit. But here we can take this, play down the Slander. Boom, boom. Take your money. And I think here we can go ahead and sit on it. I think we're going to boost him up just once. Although we might see an Onsace come down to try to remove him. Oh, put Viraxis on ranged. Don't be dumb. Okay, cool. I think we can probably... I think spreading the boost around is honestly probably more valuable than trying to get the kill. We can't quite kill Viraxis. So... yeah, let's just spread this onto this shield. Actually, let's just like dump it all into Cleaver's muscle. We haven't seen the Onsace come down. Bloody Baron. That's fine. I think we still get the win. Look at that. I honestly didn't think that was going to happen this game, but we got it. He even got the reset on Bloody Baron. Wow. Oh, maybe this is a better deck than I thought it was. Well, check out this deck. I was just kind of showcasing new cards, but check out this deck and watch it wreck nerds against Northern Realms, even when Northern Realms gets blue coin. So, with that, thank you for joining this Friday or Thursday if you're on Twitch. But until next time, get out there and keep on Gwenting.